If you're an online business owner and you're selling low ticket products for a couple dozen, a couple $100, or even $1,000 or $2,000, and you're not selling anything for $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, or even beyond, you're cooked. Over the last 3 years, I've worked with over 30 business owners. Some of them barely made any money. Some of them are literally 8-figure entrepreneurs. And I've seen everything from people who are selling very low ticket courses, I'm talking $200, $300, to people who are literally selling packages for $15,000, $20,000. So I'm not just saying this to get attention, I'm saying this because this is actually what I've seen. Now you might be asking, what's the problem with low ticket offers? Of course, you have to sell more of them to make the same amount of money as with high ticket products, but people should buy them easier and they should be easier to sell, right? Now that is the case sometimes, but to understand the whole concept and what I will explain in this video, you first need to understand that each customer that you acquire has an LTV. This means lifetime value, and you have an average lifetime value per customer. This means how much money they spend with you during their entire life. And how you actually make money in a business is that you acquire customers cheaper than what your LTV is per customer. So if you can get customers for $1,000, but your LTV per customer is $5,000, you're making $4,000 in revenue with each of the customers. Of course, that's not profit, but that is fundamentally how you make money in business. And if you think about that concept, if you're charging low ticket, if you have a low ticket offer, getting that LTV higher is super hard. Like just imagine you're selling a $500 course. That's $500, the LTV. If you have no upsells, no backend funnels, nothing, like that's $500 per customer. So you need the customer acquisition cost to be lower than that, significantly lower than $100. And that's very hard to do with paid ads, with content. You either have to have a huge audience for that or just a huge personal brand and a huge sort of awareness across your entire market to be able to get this level of CAC, this level of customer acquisition cost below $100. But let's say on the other hand, you're selling a package that is $2,000 per month, and on average you keep your customers for 6 months. So that's a $12,000 LTV during those 6 months, $2,000 each month. This way you can afford to spend $1,000, $2,000 on getting a customer and still make a fuckload of money because you're getting $12,000 on average from each of the customers you get. You see how that quick math just changed the entire unit economics of your business? I've worked with many low ticket business owners, and I've also worked with some really high ticket ones. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a low ticket product. There are a bunch of funnels where they have a low ticket product and they have an upsell, and it's actually easier to get a customer with a low ticket product and actually make it profitable, and then they can upsell them, and that's where they unlock the real profits of the business. But I'm talking, if you have a low ticket product only, you're fucked. You'll never make a significant amount of money, like tens of millions of dollars. I'm not saying this because I'm like a business guru, but if you have no high ticket upsells, no high ticket offerings, you're not pushing any high ticket, just have low ticket stuff, you're fucked basically. So let's talk about how you actually transition from low ticket to high ticket. So you're currently selling a low ticket course, a low ticket digital product, or something like that. What you have to think about is how you can provide 10x, 20x, 100x the value that you're providing with that one low ticket product. And then of course you'll be able to charge 10x, 20x, or 100x more. Just to give you an example, let's say you have a course about print on demand, so how people can start print on demand and start making money with that. You can sell it for probably $500, but let's say you want to turn it into an actual high ticket program. You can create a community around it where there will be people inside a community that interact with each other, that are all on the same mission of starting their print on demand business. You're in there as a coach. You do weekly calls. You create full-on course modules about each of the parts. So basically you just include the low ticket course that you had, but put it into the community. You have that one-on-one access where all of the students can reach out to you one-on-one. You also have the community chat. You're sharing resources. You're on the one-on-one calls, and you just make it a lot more personal. You can probably sell it for $5,000 if you actually have good results with clients, good information that you're sharing in there, etc. And if you just do that one shift, like you've unlocked such high leverage with your business that then you can go ahead and try out a lot of different marketing methods, paid ads, organic content, etc. You can spend a lot more money on all of this stuff and trying these out because you're able to spend, I don't know, $500 on getting a customer, $1,000 for getting a customer. Now, let's say you are selling a high ticket product, or you decided that, okay, you will start selling a high ticket product or offer. What's the best way to kind of scale that? In my experience, I see one major thing. There are obviously a lot of different marketing strategies out there. There are some online businesses that scaled to literally $1 million months through paid ads. There are also some businesses that entirely rely on organic content, and that's how they scaled. Some businesses are relying on word of mouth. Some businesses are relying on outreach, but there's one common denominator which I see across everyone. Because ad costs are rising, trust inflation is at an all-time high, no one trusts anyone at this point. You can't really make ads work, you can't really make cold outreach work, or you can't really make short form content work if you don't have a mechanism to build a lot more trust with people than your competitors and to stand out from your market. What I mean by that is, if you become just another dropshipping coach today, or if you become just another marketing agency for B2B businesses and you start running ads or you start reaching out to people, it's very hard to get into business. But if you build a personal brand or just a brand online using content, using long form content, that's the key here, you're right away differentiated from everyone else, and you can start doing paid ads, you can start doing outreach, and you will see a completely different result. By long form content, I mean YouTube video content. That is working best right now to differentiate you from all of your competitors and to make people trust you. So when they see your ad, when they get your outreach message, or when they search you up on Google to see if you're legit, they actually go ahead and book a call with you and they buy your stuff. So paid ads, cold outreach, Instagram Reels, all of that stuff works to get clients. Like literally people have made all of these work previously and right now are printing money with it. But you need to establish yourself with long form content so people actually trust you. They can see you're an expert, watching your YouTube videos, consuming you for hours and seeing the actual strategies you teach, the actual strategies you use to get results for them. And only then they will trust you enough to book a call with you and actually convert. If they see your ad and you're a nobody, you have no nurturing mechanisms in place, you will not succeed in today's market. I see so many business owners online who are struggling to build enough trust with people and they just can't seem to sell on sales calls. People just don't trust them. They might get likes or views, but those don't convert into actual booked calls. And all of this is caused by the same thing. They don't have long form video content, they don't have long form YouTube content. So people just don't trust them. With that simple fix, like if they just were to have the right YouTube strategy and put out videos that their ICP cares about and that actually helps their ICP, all of this would be fixed. So I hope at least a couple of people who watch this will take action and start actually putting in the work with YouTube long form content. Like it can transform businesses. I've seen that with my own clients. And if you want us to help you with literally everything, so you don't have to do anything other than sitting down and recording for a couple hours per month, we'll literally handle everything for you and we'll also guarantee you results. Then click the first link in the description, book a free call with me. We'll chat, see if you're a good fit. And if so, we'll get started. I hope you get value out of this and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.